Prophecies in Naruto aren't anything new. I mean, the last 45% of the story basically drilled into our heads the concept of prophecy repeatedly. We all know about the prophecy of Naruto, with him being the child of destiny, but what about the prophecy of Danzo? Did Danzo have a prophecy, and was it related to the Uchiha clan? Well, in today's History of Naruto video, we're going to take a look at just that. Just to be clear here for a second, this prophecy does foreshadow the massacre of the Uchiha clan, and it does so in a very subtle way, but also a very underhanded way when you think about it. The information is given to us in the first Itachi novel, Daylight, which I'll have linked down below for any of you guys who want to purchase the novel and do so in a way that supports the channel. So the prophecy of Danzo isn't necessarily a prophecy about Danzo himself, but instead it's one that Danzo himself gave to a very young Itachi Uchiha, and it was in this moment that Itachi's father Fugaku took notice of the Konoha elder's interest in his oldest son. As those of you who have watched my videos both on this channel and my original channel Kryptonian Saiyan, you guys know that Studio Period didn't do the best job when it came to faithfully adapting the two Itachi novels that they did in Naruto Shippuden's anime run, as well as the other novels that they did in Naruto Shippuden. Part of why I was so let down by this adaptation, cutting this scene, is that it would have been huge for the story, and it would have shown Itachi Uchiha in a very different light. So it's during Itachi's internal monologue that we see how dark of a presence Danzo has, how innocent a very young Itachi Uchiha is, and we catch a glimpse at the Hokage level reasoning that Hiruzen Sarutobi mentioned when he spoke to Sasuke when he was reanimated for the 4th Great Ninja War, when all the dead Kage were meeting Sasuke at the Uchiha Shrine. The scene occurs just after Itachi graduated from the academy, when all the children are being greeted by their parents, and their parents are interacting with the teachers at the academy. While the academy teachers are praising Itachi during their conversations with Fugaku, telling him that his son is one of the brightest geniuses that they've ever seen at the academy, which we know puts him in rare company with Minato and Kakashi, Danzo takes the chance to speak with Itachi himself. Like usual, I'll read the passage from the novel and then give you guys my thoughts on what we just went over, and it's here I'm gonna begin quoting. Someone stood between Itachi and his family, a man. A dark man. Itachi couldn't put it into words, but something about the man was dark. Everything about him. "Are you Uchiha Itachi?" the man asked. The right side of his face was covered in bandages. He was clad in black, but one arm revealed a white robe underneath. Itachi slowly met the gaze of the man after looking timidly in the direction of his brother and his father. The man's aura was sinister. "Uchiha Itachi, you are a bearer of bad luck." "Bad luck?" Itachi asked. "Those lines on your face, they call them chaos lines. Chaos will follow you throughout your life." Who is this man? Itachi thought, looking over at his father. "I have a question for the most talented genius to ever grace the halls of the academy. 10 of our brethren have been shipwrecked. One of them has been caught by an infectious disease. If he lives, the other 9 will die from the same sickness. If you were the captain, what would you do?" Why would he ask me a question like this when we first meet? Itachi asked himself. Well, I would choose to kill one of them and save the other 9. "I look forward to the day that we meet again," Danzo said before he took his leave. Itachi felt the malicious echo of his words sully into his heart, sully his heart in the darkness. Sharp thorns pierced Itachi's heart. Placing a hand over his chest, Itachi watched as the man walked away and waited for his parents to reach him. End quote. So one thing I really like about this scene is the fact that Itachi knew that Danzo had a different motive for speaking to him and was trying to figure out the method of Danzo's actions, but lacked the experience to fully see what Danzo was doing. I like how on more than one occasion, Itachi looked in the direction of his family, specifically over at his father, who was known to be a powerful ninja. To add further context, Itachi performing so well is what got Danzo onto Itachi, and it's the reason why Danzo went to the academy graduation because Itachi was now in his crosshairs. At this moment, unbeknownst to Itachi as well as the other Uchiha, Danzo already had a rough idea of how he wanted to destroy the Uchiha clan, and he'd settled on Itachi as the person who would carry out his plan. While he didn't have the full details of his plan worked out, he was far enough along that he needed to see if Itachi's mind could be controlled and it could be twisted into his own way. Danzo doesn't do anything by mistake, which is why he planted the seed into Itachi's mind that the lines on his face were called chaos lines, and that his life would be nothing but a series of unfortunate events. Looking at what transpired afterwards, you can see that this was indeed the case. Itachi lost his teammate at the hands of Obito when Obito killed Tenma. His best friend died after an encounter with Danzo when Shisui lost his eye. Itachi had to kill his lover Izumi. Itachi then had to slaughter the very same people in his clan who looked at him as the pride of the Uchiha clan itself, and he had to kill his parents with tears in his eyes as his katana was shaking. The baby brother he loved more than his own life, he would have to allow him to hate him for many years until Sasuke grew strong enough to defeat him, and even then Itachi fought Sasuke almost completely blind and on his literal deathbed, steering the fight in a way that would allow Sasuke to think that he'd actually killed Itachi. Itachi lived a hard life, one it could be argued was prophesied by Danzo in this very moment, even if the prophecy was a manufactured one. So I want to know from you guys though, what do you guys think about the prophecy that Danzo gave Itachi, and what do you think could have been done differently in this moment to have put Itachi on a different path? Let me know down in the comment section below, but as always guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day guys.